Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Pokemon Gold with only one Wooper was pretty fun. Let's follow that up with another fun-looking one. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Fire Red with a team of only one Jigglypuff. I have a good feeling about this being an interesting run. First of all, our base stats are lower than that of first form starters, but with really crazy health. It's offset by just how bad the rest of our stats are, but I will say that 45 attack and special attack is actually better than some of the Pokemon I use on the show, so I'll take what I can get. By level up, well, we don't start with any attacking moves, so that's going to be rough right off the bat. We actually do learn some decent moves though. By TM is when it gets interesting, as we can learn a pretty surprising variety of moves. Electric, fire, ice, ground, there's a lot of types here that I wasn't expecting. This might go well. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I think that the start of the game is going to be horrible, the middle is going to be reasonably fast, and at the end of the game is going to require probably one or two crazy grinds. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Jigglypuff. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. Right off the bat, I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Squirtle with Jigglypuff so that we can do the whole run with it. I name him Puff Jig, a reference to our Pokemon Stadium Let's Play that you should all go watch. Actually, I don't know if I spelled this right, so if you do go watch, then let me know if I got it right. Our ability is Q-Charm, so sometimes we infatuate Pokemon that hit us. That's pretty sweet. Our nature is Naughty, so extra attack and less special defense. That's fine with me, attack is what we need most anyway, considering that we're a normal type. That said, I think our rival is going to use Intimidate, like, a lot. Maybe this won't work out. Okay, so the grind. Right away, we still have no attacking moves. That means some brutally slow struggle grinding. We're going to have to do this till we hit level 9 and learn Pound, but that won't be the end of the grind. That's just when we have to move on to phase 2, since there's no way we can beat Brock at that low of a level. As you can see, we just have to find Metapod and Kakuna, waste all of our Sings and most of our defense curls, then we have to run away and find a new one to waste the rest on. The reason why we had to find a second one is so that they don't hit us with their own struggle, although I did end up taking some hits. There really isn't much we can do to speed up the process besides using potions outside of battle to heal up instead of the Poke Center. It does for sure speed things up, but it's still pretty brutal, especially because we fail to run away pretty often, leading to us taking a lot more damage than I'd like to when I'm trying to avoid getting poisoned. Is this grind bad enough to earn me a free Twitter plug? Probably. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description. I feel like I've earned this one. Even once we do get Pound though, we still need at least an extra 5 more levels. But hey, it's a lot easier to grind now. I don't have high hopes for Brock though. At level 14, we could get Disabled. Honestly, I don't know if that would help us much, but I'd really like to win before we hit level 19. At 19, we get Rollout, and we can probably win with that if we have to. Anyway, at level 14, we ended up having an incredibly drawn-out battle with Geodude at the Rock Gym. We can reliably disable his tackle, and we hardly take damage from it after boosting our defense, but we really can't stop him from boosting his own. So in a war of attrition, we still lose. I think I really am going to have to grind to level 19. Thankfully, after that brutal grind, we had an easy first try on the battle. Rollout isn't exactly great for this fight, but because we can double its power with a defense curl, we can just overpower them with it anyway. This is probably going to be our main move till we can get Body Slam. I figured that our strategy is going to be able to get us through the next chunk of the game without too much trouble, but I still make sure to level up a bit in Mount Moon. If Pidgeotto is faster than us, then we're probably going to get hit with Sand Attack and just miss our rollouts before they can build power. On our way through Mount Moon, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Now, before we can get to the rival fight, we pick up Mega Kick. It's really strong, but it also misses a lot. I don't want to keep this forever, but I think it'll be pretty nice for whatever rollout can't handle, at least in the short term. Once we get to the Misty fight, we actually ended up having a really easy first try. Starmie did tons of damage, but we one-shot it with a critical Mega Kick for a quick first try. The rival, on the other hand, took tons of tries. Not because it was a super hard battle, but because we just kept getting hit by Sand Attack and missing. The first run where we didn't get hit by Sand Attack, we won. On the SSN, I made sure to clear the place out and get all the TMs. I don't know if I'm gonna need stuff like Brick Break, but Jigglypuff seems to be able to learn like half the TMs in this game, so I may as well just get him in case. Our rival was pretty easy thanks to learning Body Slam while we were on the ship. Ivysaur still terrifies me with Sleep Powder and Leech Seed though. After that was the Electric Gym, and although we never really were in danger, it still took much longer than I was expecting thanks to them spamming Double Team. Next is the Rocket Hideout. Normally by now I'd be using Return, but I actually ended up fainting quite a bit in early game, and I doubt my friendship is maxed out, so I'll hold off for a bit. Plus, Body Slam can paralyze sometimes, and it's not much weaker, it's debatably more useful sometimes. For Giovanni, we actually had a bit of a rough time. We just can't deal damage very fast, and we're pretty frail. Kangaskhan nearly took us out. After that's the Grass Gym, but it ended up being super easy. We got paralyzed by the end, but most of our team doesn't actually hit us. The Pokemon Tower rival fight is almost always an easy one, and this time was no exception. Water Onix got us with Intimidate, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Outside of Razor Leaf hitting for a ton of damage, we weren't in any real danger. Now that we have the Silph Scope, we've got a few places we can go. There's Silph Co, the Poison Gym, and if we can beat that, then there's the Fire Gym too. I think that I'll try for the gyms before Silph Co. Blaine may have 2 Pokemon with Intimidate, but we have Rollout and Defense Curl. We might just get taken down fast by Fire Blast, but we might also just sweep them. Only one way to find out. First though, the Poison Gym. It didn't really go how I expected, to be honest. I Defense Curled and rolled out right away, thinking it probably would get stopped early due to Minimize. Naturally, Muck used Minimize, but we actually didn't miss. We swept through most of his team, and this isn't Gen 1, so his Weezing didn't just blow up. Because of that, we had a really easy time. At the Fire Gym, on the other hand, we just lose on the first Growlithe. We take way too much damage, and we're much slower than them. No way we can do this yet. Well, that leaves Silph Co for us. I don't know for sure if we're gonna have to grind here yet, but I kinda get the feeling I will. Let's try the rival fight first. So I had to give this one a few tries, but Rollout actually works pretty well here. As long as we hit all 5 times, then it gets us all the way to Venusaur in pretty good shape. Problem is, Venusaur takes us down pretty fast with Razor Leaf. Alright, I'll go clear at Silph Co and come back. After failing a bunch of attempts because Pidgeot used Feather Dance, that sucked, I decided to take him out with Mega Kick right away. Starting our rollout against Water Onix actually worked out perfectly because by the time we got to Venusaur, we took him out with a max power hit. Now, before we can take on Giovanni, I know we're going to need a new move, so I go ahead and get Ice Beam. It's not perfect for Giovanni, but I'll need it for Lance later in the game anyway, so we may as well just get it now. After getting that, he wasn't so bad. We took huge damage on Kangaskhan, but that was just from a lucky crit. I don't think we'll have any issues with him in the ground gym later. While we're in town, I hit up the Psychic Gym. We actually didn't end up getting hit once. They had some chances, they just didn't take them. The Fire Gym, though, we might actually not be ready for. We're holding a Quick Claw, so that gives us a 25% chance to go first regardless of speed, and it's a good thing we do, because most of Blaine's team is faster than us. Even if it kicks in, we'd lose to Arcanine every single time. I'm actually gonna have to grind to deal with Blaine. This feels wrong. A few levels later, and we ended up winning mostly through luck thanks to Quick Claw kicking in against Rapidash and Arcanine missing his attack. There we go, easy Blaine fight. Balance has been restored to the universe. Right after that is the Ground Gym, and although they land some hits, Ice Beam makes pretty short work of his team, getting us the last badge. Now let's see if we can handle our rival again. So I gave this one quite a few tries, but the problem we're running into here is obvious. We take tons of damage and we're slower than some of his team. It really doesn't help that we have to rely on rollout, because otherwise the attack downs would be too punishing to use stuff like Body Slam. Alright, let's grind up a bit. I don't think we're gonna have to grind here too hard. I mostly just fight the trainers on Cycling Road with the Versus Seeker. They aren't the best encounters in the world, but the travel time isn't bad and the experience gains are pretty consistent. Plus, it always helps to get more money from repeating trainer battles. You never know when you're going to need to convert a bunch of cash into coins in this game for a TM. At level 76, I tried a few more times but without rollout. We get stuck at the same point though. I was hoping that maybe it would paralyze more and we'd get farther through that, but Water Onix always does a ton of damage. Return would do a bit more, but not enough for any extra one-shots. At level 80, we ended up having an incredibly easy run because 3 of his Pokemon decided to use buffs and debuffs rather than, you know, just beating us. My best guess is that none of them could get a one-shot, so none of them bothered to attack, but it really didn't work out for them. So here we are, right before the Elite Four. Our stats are pretty wild to look at. It's just awful, health aside. My worry is we're not going to hit hard enough to get very far, but I guess we won't know till we give it a try. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei. I tried this one tons, and we always get stuck at the weirdest point in the fight. Cloyster. He spams Hail and Protect to slowly chip us away. We can't build up Rollout because of Protect. Body Slam hardly does any damage, and he resists Ice Beam. It takes ages to take him down every time, just for us to get easily finished off by Slowbro. I think we're gonna have to learn a new move just for this one battle. Good thing we got all that money from those trainer battles, because I had to convert a bunch of those into coins to buy the TM for Thunderbolt. We actually still didn't have enough. I had to go sell some nuggets after this. It sucks to lose our Defense Curl and Rollout combo, but Thunderbolt will help us with Water Onyx as well, and our rival is gonna have one of those at the end of the game anyway, so we may as well. Now is when things find a way to get even more frustrating. After an entire 10 more tries, even with plenty where Cloyster went down easily, we now keep losing because Slowbro hits us with Yawn literally every attempt, so we just fall asleep and lose to Lapras. Alright, if we level a bit more, then we can two-shot Slowbro. So at level 87, I try this 8 more times. We still lost tons thanks to either Yawn or Confuse Ray, but eventually we got this run where thanks to Paralysis, we got a much needed speed advantage on Lapras. Thanks to that and Lovely Kiss missing, we actually won. Second is Fighting Trainer Bruno. Unfortunately, we don't stand a chance right now. Every run we get hit early by Sky Uppercut, and even if we didn't, we take such massive damage off Hitmonlee that it doesn't matter. We're gonna need to be faster if we want to deal with this. I'll run through the Elite Four a few more times for levels. Even all the way at level 92 though, we still can't win. We hang on just a bit better than Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, but Machamp just finishes us off. I really didn't think that this part of the run was going to be so hard, but our terrible speed is really dragging us down. Alright, I've got some rare candy. I'm going to just top off our level and hope we're fast enough to win. Finally, all the way at level 100, we managed to win because we outsped Hitmonlee with Quick Claw and Machamp missed. Honestly, I think if Machamp hit us, we'd probably still have lost. In fact, if Hitmonlee hit us, we'd probably faint too. This is rough. Third is Ghost Trainer Agatha. Yet again, we have another battle where we just get destroyed. It's just non-stop failed attempts thanks to Double Team, Toxic, Critical Hits, Confuse Ray, everything you could think of. Let's go grab the TM for Psychic and see if that saves us. After getting Psychic, we're finally able to win, but not before another 6 failed attempts thanks to mostly Confusion, Hypnosis, and Nightmare. We're really only surviving because of the Quick Claw giving us the first move occasionally. Jigglypuff is insanely weak. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. Now this one was actually very Hungry Box. Oh, should have named the Jigglypuff Hungry Box. Oh, that would have been perfect. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Alright, whatever. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. Now this one was actually an easy first try thanks to being able to one-shot his entire team. But did you notice that we're still slower than his Water Onyx? I didn't think that our speed would be this much of an issue. Finally, the Pokemon Champion. Pidgeot was first, and we lost tons of runs due to an instant Sand Attack, but this time he just hit a weak Aerial Ace, so we one-shot him with Thunderbolt. For Alakazam, our Quick Claw kicked in, letting us slam him down before he could hit us. Rhydon was also a one-shot thanks to Ice Beam. Next is Water Onyx, so our attack is down, but he missed his Hydro Pump, so we just took him out with Thunderbolt. Super lucky. Fifth is Arcanine, so our attack is down even more. We took a Flamethrower for huge damage just to end up critting with Thunderbolt for a much-needed one-shot. Last was Venusaur, and I thought I'd lose to Solar Beam, but for whatever reason, he just used Growth. So we hit Psychic, he wasted his next turn charging Solar Beam, and we hit him to finish the run. Well, that was brutal. Honestly, I thought it would be a fun run because of the move variety, but man, was that ever brutal near the end. I really hope you guys like that run. For next Saturday's challenge, we're going to be doing Fallout New Vegas, well, only crouching, still workshopping the rules in the name. We'll see how this works out. It might be a dumb one. As always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments, in the challenge request section of my Discord channel, and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. If you want to see me do more challenges like this, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter. I can always use more ideas from you guys on what I should do next. Also, check out the playlist in the description if you want to watch all the Pokemon challenges that I've already uploaded. If you guys want to see more Pokemon stuff from me, my friend Whatageek and I have done randomizer playthroughs of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Black and White, Red and Blue, and now we're doing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire over on his channel, linked in the description. You can also watch myself, Whatageek, and Goosit playing Pokemon here on my channel. We've done Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon X, and now we're doing my first ever time playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Also come to my Twitch TV streams and tell me that this video sent you. It's always cool to hear how you found the channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.